Saudi and China ink 34 agreements worth $29 billion, and Saudi nearly doubles its 2023 projected budget surplus. You're watching The Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. Saudi and China have inked 34 investment agreements estimated to be worth over $29 billion during the visit of President Xi Jinping. They're for the implementation of new projects in the fields of sustainable energies, IT, cloud services, transportation, logistics, medical industries, housing, and construction factories. Saudi officials say the agreements reflect the kingdom's keenness to develop relations in all fields, including economic and investment with China. Meanwhile, Saudi says it will continue to be China's trusted and reliable energy partner. Energy Minister Abdulaziz bin Salman made the comments during Xi's visit to the kingdom. They'll strengthen cooperation in energy supply chains through a center for Chinese factories in the kingdom. Areas of collaboration include joint projects to convert crude oil into petrochemicals, renewable energy, clean hydrogen, electricity projects, and nuclear power. Saudi has announced its budget for 2023, where it now expects to run a surplus of $4.3 billion. This is nearly double its previous estimate of $2.4 billion. Expenditures will reach up to $296 billion to support plans to develop the most promising sectors. Saudi may push harder to localize its military industries following the U.S. consideration of cutting arms sales. It's expected to contribute to increased expenditure of $301.5 billion in 2025. And has raised its stake in Vodafone Group to 11% in a bid to gain more exposure as a world leader in connectivity and digital services. The original deal to acquire 9% of Vodafone's shares for $4.4 billion was announced in May. And says Vodafone's rigorous approach to corporate governance and well-regulated global footprint make it an attractive opportunity. Despite increasing its stake in the British company, EAN says it doesn't have plans for a takeover. Emirati businesswomen Raja Isa Al Gurg and Hana Al Rostamani were named on Forbes' 19th annual list of the world's 100 most powerful women for 2022. They're the only Arab women featured in the annual ranking. The 2022 ranking featured more women who are spearheading the world's financial markets, spotlighted innovators and investigators leading on the world stage. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen topped the list, followed by European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde. China has announced a nationwide loosening of its hardline COVID restrictions, which hammered the world's second biggest economy. Under the new guidelines, the frequency and scope of PCR testing will be reduced. Lockdowns will be limited. People with non-severe COVID infections can isolate at home instead of centralized government facilities. And people will no longer be required to show a green health code on their phone to enter public buildings and spaces, except for education and healthcare facilities. U.S. federal prosecutors are investigating whether FTX's founder Sam Bankman-Fried manipulated the market for two cryptos this May that led to their collapse and resulted in the implosion of his own crypto exchange. The prosecutors are looking into whether Bankman-Fried controlled the prices of Terra USD and Luna to benefit the entities he controlled, including FTX and Alameda Research. It's not clear whether prosecutors have determined any wrongdoing by Bankman-Fried or when they began looking at the Terra USD and Luna trades. And Qatar received just over 765,000 visitors during the first 2 weeks of the World Cup, falling short of its expected influx of 1.2 million visitors during the month-long event. A huge surge in visitors at this stage is unlikely, with only 8 teams staying in Doha and 8 games left out of the 64. Organizers had previously identified the peak period for international visitors to be November 24th to 28th during the busy group stage, when 32 teams were playing 4 matches each day. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is The Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.